time. Let's continue to see what she got to say.
Her, and she's just going to speak her truth. I'm not going to add too much to it outside of Black women. It's you versus everybody. And I just hope that you understand what that means. You're going to have to be discerning against everybody. And I'm sorry that that is the hand that you've been dealt.
Wait a minute. Wait, that's everybody. Everybody is against everybody. Everybody is an individual. Ain't no damn collective out here. What is she talking about? Everybody is against everybody. When I step outside my house, I'm against the world. When my husband stepped outside the house, he's definitely against the world. When my kids step outside this house, they're definitely against the world. What are you talking about? This is a one size fits all type of situation. Everybody got dealt that hand. Girl, what are you talking about? I'm confused. She gonna have to explain that to me because everybody is against something as soon as they come out that womb. It depends on what the cards in the universe or whatever you subscribe to that handed you that deck of cards or whatever the case may be. But it's not Black women versus the world. Everybody is versus the world. Ain't nobody different. It was a little boy who got unalived by his mother who was a Black woman. So what was he up against? Do you see what I'm saying? It was innocent babies who got unalived, tossed out of their mother's car. What was they up against? Do you see? That's why I say you can't always just go with that. Like, that's just really one-sided. Men are the problem. Just like I just got on Derek Jackson. He the problem too, because he's pandering to some bull crap of women, of their trauma that they experience by the men that they choose, and they eating it up. He's a problem too. He talking about himself. Like, that's just so weird to say, in my opinion.
As a Black woman, but it's truly something that you need to start accepting. It's not about race. It's not about gender. It's not about lifestyles. It's truly about energy, vibrations, and aligning yourself with the right people. And the only way you can truly do that is by working on yourself and healing your.
So she talk about energy. She talk about, aligning yourself with people. When you have the mindset, it's like you're the creator of your own reality, right? If you want to talk manifestation, let's talk manifestation. You're the creator of your own reality. So if you're allowing women to know, or you're letting women know that it's Black women versus the world, that's the reality they're going to get if they receive that from you. That's what they're going to believe, and that's what they're going to start creating. And then they're going to start seeing things around them that prove that to be true based on the reality they create, because it's about energy, correct? Now, I'm not saying go naive, but what you are is what you create. So if you say you is Black women against the world and you truly believe that, you will receive that. You got people, I think, these talking points and manifestation and energy and everything like that is what it's a new phase. It's a new talking point, age of Aquarius, everything is exposed and all this other stuff. It's all good. But I think sometimes people think manifesting is just only positive stuff. My sister told me years and years ago, before I really got in tune to that type of talking points or those type of situations, if the universe does not know good or bad, what are you feeding into it to receive? That's why I say, I wouldn't really receive that too much, because I don't want that for me. I don't want to have to be against the world. Now, what I see and what I experience, it's up to me to create it the way I needed to create it to be able to maneuver.
Wounds that you have that you may still be carrying. So align yourself with high vibrational people, and then that's going to get you closer to your higher self. But you keep.
Not if you're not ready for it. If you're not aligned with them, you're not going to connect. It's just not gonna happen. If you're the creator of your own reality, if I'm down in the dumps and I just don't want nothing out of life, it's not gonna click for me to be with people with higher energy. As a matter of fact, those type of people are not going to want to be around me because of that. They don't. It's. Let me continue.
Can't do that if you're being misled by people that don't really want to help you. They just want something from you. And
You know what? I think that that's where I'm like, okay, that's where I'm disconnected at. I think the problem with a lot of these talking points that's going on is you're mixing everything in. Just get to the meat and potatoes, honey. I see what men be talking about when they say us women just be talking or talking or talking or talking. Because just say this, look, the bitch is a fraud. Okay, this is what happened. Take it for what you want. She's a cult leader. You can wrap this video up in like 5 minutes. But even with me, I'm guilty of it. I just did it like 20 minutes ago. That's why we're probably like 30, 45 minutes into this video. We're trying not to attack. We're trying to get the message and the point across. I get it. But it's too much. It's too much. Let's continue. We're like 30 minutes in the video, if not longer, because I'm trying to not insult, but really just get my opinion out there and really get my point across. When men would have just ended this video in 10 minutes. She's crazy. She's trying to be compete. She's trying to compete herself with men, and she's trying to take a man's place because all her ideologies and thoughts are one of men. I mean, she follows Robert Greene, and last time I checked, that was a man. So, mm, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. And I think that's a problem. The competitiveness about trying to compare yourself to a man is crazy because we are women. I never want to take a man's place because men have no sympathy in this world. They will hear a black woman or a white woman or a Hispanic woman, women in general, sad story before they even look at what a man is going through. You seen Tyrese in living color get on here and cry and say, "What do you want from me?" Not only did people make fun of him, to add insult to injury, his ex-wife was able to join the manosphere, talk about what how women need to get together, and she was talking about herself. It's just, I think that's my issue is it's these wannabes and people who want to have an opinion, but a lot of times they be talking about themselves. Even with the situation with Princess Pete, talking about how men are dangerous and this and that. From what I'm gathering from this, you talk about yourself too. And I just don't think us saying, oh, we got to protect all women. How about we protect everybody? Because last time I checked, as a woman, we don't just birth women, we birth men too. So let's protect everybody. That's just my opinion on that.
it doesn't matter what race they are, what gender they are, what lifestyle they are. Uh, it doesn't. None of that matters. It doesn't matter. So I'm just here to support. I'm not gonna be staying. I'm just here to support. I'm not gonna be saying too much, but I just want y'all to know that that's why I'm here. And like I said, it's Black women versus everybody. And the sooner you come to that realization, the sooner you will start discerning better. I thank you so much.
Um, I think that's her experience because I don't have too many women around me. I got my sister and sister-in-laws and mother-in-laws and stuff like that, but we don't kick it every day. um, I am around just one man majority of the time, and that's my husband, not including my sons, and I'm pandering out just fine. I think I pandered out fine when I just started to decide maybe it's you. Maybe you're experiencing all of these things, all of this drama, all of these situations because there's something that you are doing that is creating this situation for you. Now, this is no secret. In my 20s, I was homeless. Okay? I was homeless, and I promised to God the day I said, wait a minute, what are you doing? Why are you in this situation? It's not that person, that person, that person. It ain't none of them. It's you. What are you doing to make this situation bad to where you're in the position you're in? Once I started asking myself those kind of questions, I got out of it. When I wanted somebody to hear my pain and understand why I'm so upset and understand why I'm angry and where I'm coming from, none of that worked. So I don't know about all that. Once you realize you against the world type of situation, you pan out better. No, once you realize the power is within you and it's what you choose and your choices you make. Kevin Samuels said it best: choices and trade-offs. Even with that situation, Kevin Samuels, I like some of his talking points and I didn't like other talking points. I'm not going to always agree with a person 100%. It's not always going to be that. We are all individuals for a reason. So this is why it's so much controversy online, in life, in general. This is why we're not always going to agree. So what my point is, I don't agree with this because I feel like you give women a chance to escape and say, well, it's me against the world, so I cannot take accountability for selecting this choice and getting the result that I did not like. Right? We can't do that. Even now, allegedly, and I don't even know this to be true, Tia Mowry allegedly is trying to work things out with her husband. Now, clock that T. That will be for another video. But you got women saying, yes, girl, live your best life, supporting you. But at the end of the day, she may miss that hug or two. She may miss that conversation. She may just be mad in that moment. There's something that he's doing that he's not giving to her, that she's not willing to wait for or accept or talk out or whatever. She tried all she tried. So she said, it's a graduation, it's a celebration. And now allegedly she's trying to work things out because she found out them streets ain't that nice. It's a lot of older women who are now coming out saying how sad they are that they're alone. Diane Carroll did it, and everything like that. And that's not to take away from the men. The men got their own crosses that they're gonna have to bear. But I just don't like the victim mentality of, oh, it's a fear-based mentality that I don't agree with. Oh, it's us against the world. Da, 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 da. If I really felt like it was black women against the world and everything is up against me, I wouldn't have the things that I have now. But let's continue.
For sure. Yeah.
This is
Okay.
my soul sister for
Okay.
sure. And God allowed it to, and it's crazy because I actually met Prince.
I'm really curious to see what kind of conversations that they truly had. You know what I'm saying? And I know that we'll probably never hear it because that's personal and that's private. But was it, girl, you did choose her though? I'll let you have it. But, and then I heard a little bit of Yanni's story on her video when she was talking about how she was receiving emails and stuff like that and how she just didn't want to say nothing. A lot of times we have people who just be like, let me just wait. I don't want to jump the gun. I'm not that kind of friend. I've never been that kind of friend. Um, if you like those type of friends, there's plenty of them out there. But me, I'd be like, bitch, I think there's something you need to look out for. I think there's something you probably need to, it might have passed you. And then the second they say, oh, I know, or whatever, okay, then I'm on my business. But I'm gonna let you know just in case you don't know. And some people don't like that. And I know people don't like telling other people stuff because they don't want to ruffle any feathers. But if that is what caused you to end your friendship, y'all was never friends in the first place. If you are put in situations where you are no longer friends with somebody because of whatever situation it was and y'all didn't talk it out and become cool, y'all was never friends in the first place. Y'all was just what y'all needed at that moment and that's over. That's why I don't get sad and upset from friendships ending or beginning or whatever they supposed to do at the time because of that reason. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what B Taylor gotta say.
Stella through Yanni's platform when I was on Yanni's page and she hopped on. And I didn't get, like, I was, when she was talking, it went like, the stuff she used to say in the beginning was wild. And so I wasn't really rocking with that, but I was like, okay,
We were open minded.
we were open minded to it. So I did decide to follow her on YouTube. So when she got mixed up in the manosphere, this is me going through everything and how I met Priscilla and how it ended. When
I keep hearing manosphere, manosphere, manosphere. I know B Taylor has been the speaking voice of what she feel like is how women feel, and it's a majority of how those type of women do feel. But I do want to know what Yanni's part is played in the whole manosphere situation. That way I can get a whole grasp of what they're talking about. Because I don't know what it is and I can only assume, but it feels like, something happened. I ain't even gonna want to speak on it because I don't know. But let's continue.
When she got into the manosphere, of course, I'm in the manosphere space, and I left the manosphere space after, having on Yachty's live, and then I somehow find myself back. It's kind of like Stockholm syndrome. You can't get enough of them little annoying guys, but you like kind of like fighting with them, right? Um,
That's not toxic at all.
um, when I saw her in the space and I saw them running her off the platform, I said, you know what? I have a platform. Why don't she come on to my show where it's more women based? So I reached out to her.
They ran her off the platform. What they say?
I reached out to her. She said, yeah, I'll get back with you when I get out of town. When I get back from in town, I said, okay, cool, whatever, right? It wasn't until I was in a group chat with Daryl Long and other people, and they were talking about Princella and how she's been in this space, how she was on certain people's platform and getting into it with people and running off. And Aaron O's channel, she was on Aaron O's channel, and somebody came up there and ran her off and whatnot. And so I was like, well, we were talking about it, and they were talking, and so she did pop up on my timeline, and it was like a screenshot of her from her live, and she was looking kind of scary. And I'm gonna talk about that because
She was looking kind of scary. Now, I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes that's what's in the book. This wasn't a red flag at all. Her looking scary, whatever.
that was something that was made me feel guilty, because I said in the group chat, we're all like laughing about certain things, and I was like, damn, look what popped up on my Snapchat, on my timeline. Like, it's Princella, she looks scary. And it was the screen grab of her in a peach or some type of fruit in front of her, and she about to devour it. So I was like, oh, I'm joking. I'm taking it way back, Robbie. Robbie was in the group chat. You know what I said? It was something lighthearted, but it was something lighthearted. It wasn't malicious when I said it.
It sounded like it was your higher self saying abort mission. Anyway,
So that was something that was end up being pulled back up when Daryl got mad at her, and he wanted to weaponize that and pull that back up. So I'm only telling y'all that because I'm telling y'all the timeline of everything. So Priscilla comes on to my channel, and it was on my birthday. I met her on my 32nd birthday. And we talked a little bit before the show started. I was telling her how, I was being spoiled by men that I was dealing with for my birthday. It was really treating me out. It was really taking care of me. They wanted to make sure I was good. Like, I'm like,
y'all really making this difficult for me. Y'all really, really making this difficult for me. I'm trying to be open mind. Anyway.
it's dudes that'll drop $1,000 on you for your birthday. It's guys that will do things for you for your birthday. So I felt like
Isn't it interesting how we as women know that, but men are the problem? It's not too many women that I have not heard them say what you can get up out of a man. Anyway.
I was telling her these things, she saw value in me, that men were actually pouring money into me, that men were treating me to spa days and getting my hair done and stuff like that. These are things I don't brag about, but I was just kind of telling her in a way like, I know you feel like all men are bad, but these men were definitely treating me and
so it sounds like she was trying to get Priscilla to come to reason about men. But that's not really a good example either, because a man can send you money, he can shower you with gifts and be a straight demon. So I just be feeling like, and this is just my opinion, this is why it's so easy for the toxic men, the men who devalue women and treat women bad. This is why it's so easy for them. You buy a woman a couple of things and you shower her and you give her good conversation long enough, you can get whatever you want. That's what society is teaching. Hell, Sexy Red and Ice Spice and all them promote it. But let's continue.
Oh, okay, treating me and treating me to certain things and certain lifestyles. Like I say that we should all be treated like princesses. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the camera. So when we did the live, I was wanting to bring her on as an interview because I wanted to know what her end goal was. And this is serious, y'all. This is serious. This is very serious what her end goal is. So after the live ended,
That end goal must be a strike. You see, she don't like that. Something about that end goal. Don't just switch the subject. Tell me. I want to know the end goal now. Go on, say it.
we were in the back chat, and y'all saw she was flirting with me the whole time. And then even in the back chat, she asked me, "Do you like oysters?" It's such a lesbian thing to say because it's like, okay, well, first of all, I already had oysters today. Like,
Not such a lesbian thing to say. Don't. Never mind.
that's crazy that you asked me that, but I did post on my stories that I had oysters, so it's just ironic that she wanted to go get oysters. But it was just the way she was like, yeah, let me, like, we live in the same city, let's go get oysters together. So during my birthday dinner that weekend, I was like, okay, yeah,
Even from that little conversation that she had, you done already told this woman that these men are doing this, that, and the third for you and everything like that. So in my personal opinion, she already knew how to get you. Oh, she likes to be wined and dined. I got that. Ain't nothing. That's a little chump change. I throw a little that, this, that, and the third to get what I want. Give her some sweet conversation. I mean, she's a perfect target. You have them type of conversations with people about what men do for you and everything, and you get the right stud that hears all that. Oh, they already know how to play it. That's what I'm saying. It ain't just men, it's women too. You can find the right woman and you can find the right man, but don't get caught up in what the toxic people that you introduce yourself to in your life. That's what I think is more for me. Like, oh, men are nice because they're doing all these things for me. Oh, they are. Okay, so let me do these things for you too, so you can know that women are good, and I can just pull you to wherever I need to pull you to. Manipulation at its finest. Like, people complain about being around narcissists, but I feel like a lot of women put narcissists right where they want. Narcissists got them right where they want them because you tell them everything. This what I like. This what I want. And they be like, okay, I know exactly how to play you.
And I was unsure. I went to my birthday dinner and I was asking my sister and friends, like, should I go on this thing? And everybody warned me not to get involved with this woman. And they were like, don't get involved. But
that was red flag number 2. Why does this happen so often? My mama used to say, you don't believe fat meets greasy, try me. I think this is the fat grease she was talking about, because your friends is telling you, you already did said that she looks scary. These is 2 things that then came across. But when you're in it, right? As much as I hate to say that at some point, you know what? I ain't even gonna say that just yet. Go ahead.
But for some reason, like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I've been through a lot last year. A lot of people don't know what I went through last year. So some people knew, some people didn't know, but it was a lot that I went through last year. Like, I had moved to a new place. I left my child's father for reasons of my own, and I needed to go and heal. I lost a best friend. So I was at
Y'all y'all playing with me. Y'all playing with me. So she left her child's father. She broke her home. Okay. He was a home wrecker, We've all done it. Um, so you can go heal, and that healing did not take place because you would not be in the same position. Life teaches you that in order for you to truly heal from something, you can't keep experiencing the same thing. Now, this is not your child's father. This is a whole different individual, and you're still getting the same results. So, where's the common denominator? And I hate that I have to say this because it's like I'm taking up for Princess P, but this is crazy.
Actually by myself a lot. That's why I was online a lot, because I just went to work and I was being a mom, and I was online a lot. So she caught me in a very vulnerable place because it seemed like maybe this could be a new friend.
Nobody can get you in a vulnerable place if you're actually healing. So you leaving your baby daddy for whatever reasons that you just choose not to disclose is a waste of time, in my opinion. I mean, anybody can see if you're online the majority of the time. From what I've seen and witnessed, a lot of people who are online the majority of the time, and I'm talking about like doing live videos and talking to people like a lot, and there's not really a time where they take a break. They there's some either connection that they want from the people that they speak to on a daily, or they're lonely.
And that's how I looked at it always, like a new friend. I hate talking about last year because it gets me emotional, because it was just a lot going on. It was a transition for me.
And you still ain't healed from it.
But this is not to say that I'm a victim, because I'm a grown ass woman at the end of the day. And I can take accountability for that in the part that I played, because I could have been a little bit smarter. I could have been wiser. And I take accountability in that, I don't make the
I don't think so. I think a lot of times when people tell their story, yeah, they're telling their story, but they're painting a picture because they know women are going to gravitate to that. They know they are. We all know that Black women love sad stories, and this ain't no different.
best decisions. I'm human, but I will learn from them. Let me
Take your time. You got this.
Yeah, because last year was sensitive. So sorry, I'm getting choked up on that. Yeah, because I was actually supposed to be getting married this year. So
Getting married to who?
yeah, last year was tough. It was tough. But I was going through this transition, and she came in at the right time, to say the least. Because even though
It ain't the right time if you're going through this, but go ahead.
guys that I kind of was talking to, like it was a lot. It just wasn't.
Even with that, the guys you was talking to, it wasn't clicking. You shouldn't have been talking to nobody. Healing is healing. Like you didn't completely end that situation. When you ended that situation, I could only assume maybe that was a person you were engaged to, because I believe I heard her say on Lapeef one time that she was engaged to her baby daddy, and they don't know anything about her and all that other stuff. I mean, you chose what you chose, but that's what I'm saying. Women always talking about this healing, but where's the process of it? Did you see a therapist? Did you actually take time by yourself? Chances is no, because you were using other things outside yourself to make you happy. People getting on live with people, talking and communicating, talking to guys who would treat you to do stuff, but it didn't mix, because this has happened in a period of a year. So there is no way in hell that I would believe that you were over your ex before you got with her. That's why she was able to get in. But I want to know who she engaged to. She could have been engaged to Priscilla and be getting married this year to her. So we'll see.
That is what it is. I don't want to go into that. But when I met up with her, we met up to go get oysters. She was touchy-feely on me. She was grabbing my legs. She had her arm around me in a chair. She was trying to seduce me, and and she had her daughter with her.
Oh no,
she
was just treating you like a thought already. Like she was just really and that's crazy too, right? Because if that was a man being on touchy-feely, girl, boy, what is you doing, right? But since it's a woman, women be giving other women a little bit more leeway to do things, I think that's dangerous. But let's continue.
Like I felt uncomfortable at that time because I was like, I only came here to have oyster with you as a friend, like on some like content creator, like get to know you outside of
Did you tell her that?
YouTube, because I realized that it was a persona that she puts on YouTube. But it's like she bought Pimp and P with her, because she was touching on my legs, she was trying to massage my feet, you know, in public. And I'm like, she got on her knees and started massaging my toes. And I'm like, girl, what you doing? Like,
Look how she looking. She enjoyed that. Y'all kill me with this shit. This is what flag is this? Number 3? Let's continue.
what are you doing? And I end up calling like Rob B to talk to her, so they could end their little squash and beef. And so then
So that's the moment she knew she wanted to be with her, because she started working on trying to get the people that she interact with to be cool with her. You get what I'm saying? Like we not just gonna slide past that. I see that, but let's continue.
the manosphere was still talking about Princella's live and all this other stuff. And then it was this guy named Red Supreme that did a video about me. And I was on the live and I sent her the live. I was like, oh Lord, this dude's going in on me or whatever like that. So she hopped in the live like, oh, and she just saw how men were always talking about me and like
Damsel in distress, perfect victim. That's crazy.
ish and coming at me. So she was like, and I was telling her some things that I was going through, living on my own, how my maintenance man was, he made me feel uncomfortable. How I can't even just come in and get stuff done without men trying to hit on me.
You gotta really be careful to like who you up and open up to, because a lot of these people, whether it be men or women, be real life predators. They be real life predators. And what I mean by that is they'll hear your story and they'll take it for what it is, and they'll use it to get at you later. Like when I say a sitting duck, like she just gave her everything.
And she was like talking like, oh yeah, like you need to get you, a pow pow, a pew pew. We need to go to the gun range together. And like, she was kind of like coming in like she was really helping me, like kind of like, I know you on your own, you a mama too, and I'm gonna teach you some things.
I could have told you that for free. No oysters needed.
Kind of like, on some game type of shit, but I didn't look at it like that because my guard was down because she was a woman. And I take accountability in that. I now know.
I am so glad she said that. And this is why I said that protect black women is crazy when when we gotta protect each other from us. Like
know that women can also run game on men. Okay.
Women are off the chain. Did you not know that? We all know that.
So when we would talk, she would say things like, I learned a lot through Pimp and Ken book. And, I was told the guy that I was cool with, that was a pimp, told me I would be.
Not the Pimp and Ken, but see, that's what I be saying. Priscilla be trying to be a man for real, for real. Like she be on the pimp stuff and she
the perfect madam. So that was a red flag right there. That was a red
what's
flag
that
right
number?
there.
What number are we on? Number 4? Is that number 4 or was that number 5? I lost count, but there's multiple red flags. Continue.
I should have took that for what it was. But I was like, damn, okay. Like, why would he say that he think you would be the perfect madam?
And why does she glorify what a man compliments her on if men are the problem? And that why it's like the validation seeking type situation from men, right? It's like she's competing against men. So B Taylor would be the perfect specimen for her because she's taking her away from men, right? It's like she in this battle to compete with men. She's in this competition with men. for whatever reason. That's just my opinion on what I see, because she's always comparing herself and she's always trying to, it's like, who's superior? Who's superior? It's like that. And you got to remember the story of the lion and the plant. You get what I'm saying? Like when a lion was like, I'm roaring and he ripped up the plant. He ended up dying because he needed the water and the nourishment from the plant. Like we need each other. But, whatever.
And she was like, well, yeah, because why would I pimp women to go be with other men? Like, why would I do that? You know?
Yeah, why would she do that when she can just pimp women to be with other women?
I guess for yourself. So then the live that y'all all know about, the one that everybody keep playing over and over again of B. Taylor getting money thrown on her. Let me tell you what that was. Hold on, I'm gonna let this, because I'm downtown. It's okay. So she planned it. So she said, I want to make the manosphere mad. We were trolling the manosphere when it came down
Ooh-wee.
to her live stream. Rescue.
Not while we was trolling the manosphere. My question would be this. Why? Why do you need to troll the manosphere? That's too much. Y'all together, y'all having a good time, y'all spending time with each other. It looks like things are developing well between you two. And she's thinking about the manosphere. Somebody help me out. You see how that backfires? That's why I tell women the best revenge is kind of doing you by yourself. You know what I'm saying? This could have been a nice love story, but it was like y'all was kind of invested in the manosphere a little too much to where you felt like you had to troll them instead of enjoy each other. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking into it too much.
Taylor from the manosphere. It was a way to kind of get back at the manosphere for how they treated me, and bullied me and all these other things. So she was like, I'm gonna come in.
You know what? We women are so funny. Ain't we funny? Girl, men don't care. They only ones that care is the ones that don't have that male energy that's required. You know what I'm saying? Them incels, they care. But the men for real, they don't care. They don't care. Wait, let me repeat, let me rewind that so I can just make sure I'm hearing what I'm hearing.
At the manosphere for how they treated me. Why would I do that? You know, I guess for yourself. So then the live that y'all all know about, the one that everybody keep playing over and over again of B. Taylor getting money thrown on her. Let me tell you what that was. Hold on, I'm gonna let this, because I'm downtown. It's okay. So she planned it. So she said, I want to make the manosphere mad. We were trolling the manosphere when it came down to her live stream. Rescue B. Taylor from the manosphere. It was a way to kind of get back at the manosphere for how they treated me, and bullied me and all these other things. So she was like, I'm gonna come in. She literally called me and was like, I'm gonna come in as the savior. And I just want you to dress real sexy. I want you to pour up a glass of wine. I want you to kind of show the cleavage and dress sexy. Make sure you look cute, as pretty as you are. And I want you to come on camera, and I don't want you to say nothing. I just want you to laugh. I just want you to giggle. I'm going to be the one directing everything. I'm going to be the bad guy. I'm going to be the one that's going to, and I'm going to have a stack of money and show the money to the guys. So I was like, oh, okay, that was her.
Why would men give a fuck about any of that? I think that's one of our biggest issues as women. I don't know where, I guess a lot of women just think they top notch, but really a lot of these men don't give a fuck about us. You know what I'm saying? Why would they? Um, there are some thirsties out there, some incels out there, but let's be honest. The men for real, already got who they want, already got their partner that they're women. So that's why it's important to get someone to protect you and to cover you and to be married to you, the ones that are serious about you, versus the manosphere. Manosphere are a bunch of people, men and filled with men and women with opinions. Why, like, why does that affect you so much? Just turn the damn computer off. Like, just don't engage with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's a little weird. As we gonna show them how sexy I can dress. Okay, like I don't understand why they would care about that. I, every time women try to prove like they got one up on men or they think like men, they continuously show how much they don't. Cause I don't know no man who care about that. Um, but you know,
Feeling good to stunt on, the men, right? It was her way of stunting on them.
it was her way of stunting on them. So it sounds like it was totally beneficial to her and just only her. Now I remember saying this in Sweet Life of Atari's live, like she feel like she got something to prove. Like I got the baddest chick off the manosphere type stuff. I said, why would she need to say that? Why does she feel like she needs to say that? If you want to link up with somebody and just be with somebody, then that's what you want to do. It was all a game. That's why I said P. Taylor is dangerous to Priscilla because she can expose Priscilla for who she truly is, which she is doing now. I have been seeing clips of them saying that she went back on her story. So don't be coming in my comments because I'm just starting up from the beginning and we'll meet in the middle. Okay. But it's going to be a couple of parts throughout this video because this is a long ass video. Like this is 16 minutes and I've been running my mouth for about an hour. So on that note, I'm going to play a little bit more, comment a little bit more, and then we'll come up to our conclusions in a second.
We did the live. I can now see how horrible it made me look as a profession. I'm an award-winning journalist. I'm very well respected in my community. Outside of YouTube, I make great money outside of YouTube. I have my own home. I provide for my kids. I have a great relationship, co-parenting relationships with both of my children's fathers. People don't know me as that. When men want to spoil me,
and your kids don't want to know you as that either.
It's because they actually want to spoil me. Okay. They actually want to do things for me because they see what type of woman I am. I don't have to.
Then why aren't you with one of them? Like, if these men are truly trying to spoil you and really do so, like, I'm so confused.
Give anything in return for that. So when she was on there, I started to feel uncomfortable. That's why you saw me laughing a lot, smiling a lot. I didn't know what to say. And I was not expecting her to throw the money at me. That's not what it was. She just told me, stand up and show them, like how cute you are, And I took it as like, oh yeah, y'all trying to play me, like, I'm cute. It was supposed to be a way of like her hyping me up. But when she threw the money on me, y'all could see that's why I sat down like, oh, okay, like the money, like, no, I didn't know she was, but at that point, what do you say?
She treated you like the whore she thought you was. And I'm just being real. Because anybody who truly respect you, man or woman, isn't going to do no shit like that. What red flag number is this?
Say, like, I didn't have the words I had to play into it, I didn't have to. I shouldn't have to. And I can see how that made me look like a dumb bimbo. Like, I can see how that made me look stupid. It made me look like a gold digger. It made me look like I was there for clout. It made me look like I was there for money.
It made you look like you was everything that the manosphere has been allegedly saying about you. It basically proved them right. And it was under the guise of her. Like, it's almost like, bitch, whose side is you on? Because you just like, whew.
I never took P's money. P never gave me money. P never did all these things that it seemed like she did, like it was an equal exchange. I spent money on her. She spent money on me. I wasn't used to that dynamic. I am used to a dynamic where the man is always picking up the check. He always picking up the tab. He is paying for things. But I found myself picking up the check at times. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this is what it is, right? So
Being with a man don't seem that bad, do it? I mean, it sounds like it's more perks with the man than the women. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna do a part 2 or part 3 or part 4 or whatever the part that's on. I'm not gonna make this video a whole hour. I'll probably, if you're watching this part right now, I didn't cut at the 30-minute mark. Okay. If you want to see the rest of this, I will be putting this in part because this is just too damn much. I did 18 minutes of this video, 18 minutes and 20 seconds, and we all in an hour in. So, maybe I'll timestamp this video because now that I think about it, shout out the ghetto, I'll timestamp this video and then I'll make a part 2 for the rest of this. From what she is telling me on the truth of her experience, child, that woman already treated you what she thought you was, and she did not respect you. She wouldn't, girl. I can tell you this: my husband would never tell me to put on nothing and show off nothing to show people what's what. And people talk about me all the time. Okay, niggas that look like cartoon characters be out here trying to clown when they know what they look like. You got me, but he ain't gonna be like, oh, put on something sexy and show him what. No, fuck them. She already, I don't know. Them intentions don't look too pure to me. And the fact that you continuously compare the treatment of what you're getting from the men versus what you're getting from the women, I think you were pandering out better with the men. That's just my opinion. We're going to continue on with the part 2. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this situation. Please don't jump ahead and tell me some stuff because I'm not going to read it because I'm going in this raw. Okay, I'm going in this raw. All right, so I'll holler at y'all later.
We in a no hyena zone. Anti-hyena zone.